Good tactical morning. I am a tactical laptop bag, and today marks the 8th week of development for Tactical Airsoft Training Simulator. Now, I am sorry I have taken forever to get this devlog out. Some crap went down over the weekend. I had to take care of that first before I went on to make the devlog for the update I did like 3 weekdays prior. So here I am, finally making this devlog, and I'm gonna go ahead and shoot right into the first thing I have done, which is clean up all of the code, make things look pretty, and I've done a couple things such as improve features and do some bug fixes, and I have improved the spawning system structure to make way for a system that I have planned in the coming months. I am highly excited to tell you about it, but unfortunately I can't tell you about it just yet because I still have to get some details in there, and also I gotta have you guys hyped up for it and all that good stuff. So, one thing I've done is instead of having to touch the buttons on the vending machine and then pull the trigger, you can now just simply touch them and it will spawn items, which brings me right into my next thing that I have fixed up, which is the entire slide system for the gas blowback system. So I'm going to go ahead and, actually I'm going to turn off the camera first and show you. Here, you can count yourself if you want to, but I can tell you there are 30 BBs shown on this magazine right now. You can see there's one on the left side down there. And if I insert this and chamber the gun, and then eject the magazine, I'll look. Now there's 29 BBs in here. That is because there is a BB now in the bucking of the gun here. Whereas before, it would just read the data from the slide and say, hey, is the slide racked? Yes. Then you can shoot if there's ammo in the magazine. But now, when you rack the slide, it will actually take a BB from the magazine and put it into the bucking in the gun. So this allows you to have a 30+1 ammo capacity. So I'm going to get another magazine going, and we're going to shoot a couple random shots, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Eject this, insert a new one without chambering, and then I'm going to have a little counter on the screen and show you how many times I shoot this thing. There you go. 31 shots, and my slide locks back. Eject the magazine is completely empty. There's nothing in here. That should not be happening. Huh. Interesting. Oh well, that's another bug to fix, I guess, but it does not make the slide lock back when there's a magazine in, which is a little disappointing, but oh well. So, one other thing that this also fixes is now when you chamber the gun, you can now push your hand back forward and release instead of pulling back and releasing, which is what some people I've seen do. Personally, I'd rather just let physics do all the work, or do half the work for me, I guess. Let's see. Right, so there's a BB currently in the chamber, as you can see by the hammer. However, without a magazine, there's no gas to power that BB. Pull the trigger, your hammer releases, nothing happens. Put a magazine in there that has gas, pull back your hammer, however, it will fire a single BB, as you can see, and also lock your slide back, because there's no more BBs in your magazine here. So that, the hammer actually has functionality now, instead of it just being for show and simulator-ness. I don't have trackable fingers. So, let's see. Other thing I've done is when you chamber a BB, when there's already a BB chambered, it will just spit that right out the barrel. So if I do this a bunch of times, you'll see it locks back, and you'll eject your magazine. Fine, there's no BBs in this magazine. And at first when I tested this, I was like, oh crap, there's a bug. And I thought about it, I was like, wait, this actually makes logical sense. There's no BBs in the magazine, but there's still one BB in the chamber. So if I load this up, lock the slide back forward, and fire, the slide locks back, you shoot a BB. Just like real life, because if you just kept racking your slide back and forth, all the excess BBs would keep getting loaded into the barrel, keep falling out of the barrel, and then finally you'd be left with one BB still in the bucking, but your slide is locked back because that little notch on the magazine is all the way up, causing your slide latch to actuate and lock your slide back, even though you still have one BB stuck in the chamber, or the bucking. So let's see, one other thing I have fixed is The extended magazine, back when I did the implementation of multiple different weights in magazines, I set this magazine to have 0.4 gram BBs. I forgot to fix that, and now, or fix that back to 0.2 gram BBs, so now this shoots 0.2 gram BBs again, like it used to, so now you can make that long range shot a little easier. Next thing up is in the reaction scene. You can see to your left there is now a options panel for, or not really an options panel, but more like just like a control panel for the sequence. You can change how many waves you have, which is how many bursts of targets are spawned. Like you take down all the targets, it'll wait a little bit, then spawn another set of targets. That's what I call a wave, and targets is just how many targets are spawned per wave. I'm going to set both of these to 3. So far you can only do numbers 1 to 9, and for targets it's 1 to 6. Even if you hit 9, it just does it to 6, because there are only 6 spawn points to spawn targets at. So I'm going to go ahead and do 3 on 3, and show you what that's like. That was one wave. Now I wait for the next one. It's a random number from anywhere between 4 and 7 in between each wave in seconds. Oh, I missed that shot. Oh, now I have like that ugly 30% accuracy. Okay. That doesn't make sense. Hold up, what? It says I have 30%. Oh, I know why. Alright, I'll fix this because it's an easy fix, but the accuracy, here, let me show you all. So you can see it's at the top 10 shots, and there are only 9 targets spawned, and for some reason, instead of giving me, I think it would be 90% accuracy. Yeah, 90% accuracy. It says I have 30% accuracy because it's thinking there are only 3 targets spawned because it's only taking this variable. It's not multiplying it by how many waves are spawned. So I'm going to fix that after the devlog, and that will be a really simple fix. So yeah, that's oh yeah, you can see I added the target spawn thing just to show you the math involved with your shots fired and your accuracy and all that good stuff. So I'm going to hop over to the range scene now. And you can see I had to move the camera because the options panel kind of got in the way. It's a really awkward position, I know, but eventually I'll be adding more functionality for moving this camera around. I'll go ahead and turn it off. So you can see here I have the same options panel. It just says targets, and you can go all the way down to 9. Apparently making like a delete button and just like 2-digit numbers is a lot more complicated than I expected. So I'm just going to go ahead and set this to the default 5 and grab myself a couple of these. Oh, cool, it does spawn both at the same time. I like that. Alright. And shoot that guy to start. So that's pretty far. I can use my broken touchpad to eject the magazine and fire. There we go. There we go. We'll go back to semi because I think it's beyond 50 feet. I really ought to have a little marker after you shoot that shows how the distance of your target. There we go. Cool. So here we have the same kind of thing that was going on last time. It has your shots fired, your accuracy, the score, which is how many legal shots you shot. So if you like hit a target that was inside the range with this gun, it would subtract that by 1, and you can find out how well you did, like your overall grade, by looking at how many targets are spawned. Next week it looks like, or not next week, but like next build, I'll probably make a percentage of what your grade is because, you know, doing math from here without a calculator is a little interesting. But yeah, so you can see I have 5 targets respawned, and I got all of them were legal shots. So yeah, there you go. And also accuracy. Probably won't mind accuracy too much in the range, but figured you might want accuracy in all of your results. So there you go. Oh, before I forget, I have changed the distance for automatically detaching your hand from the handguard. So instead of it being just the distance to grab the handguard, it's twice that distance. You can see I can grab it from like here, but it takes twice that distance to detach it, which should make your whipping side to side a lot easier to do because it won't just snap, and instead it'll mainly just snap out if you go too far forward and too far back, which kind of isn't possible. Oh, or you can do that, yeah. So yeah, there's that. That is all that I have for y'all this week. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see you all not next week, but the week afterwards, because next week, or technically this week, I am taking a Thanksgiving break. I'm going to enjoy it and be very sleepy after eating a boatload of turkey. So happy Thanksgiving, y'all, and happy shooting. So in the reaction scene, you can see that there are now, yes,